Live from the Canada Life Center in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Welcome to Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. Tonight the Bruins, riding their 3-game winning streak, take on the struggling Winnipeg Jets, who have dropped 8 of their last 10. Hello again, everybody. Along with Andy Brickley, I'm Judd Surratt. Thanks for joining us. Bruins have won each of their last 3 games. They've outscored opponents 14-5 over that stretch. And right off the hop, it's Schenn and Kastelik. They grab a hold. Kastelik to right. They're at close quarters. Kastelik to right. Schenn to left. Kastelik to right. Kastelik lost his footing, and both guys will be separated. A good scrap to get it started.
Well, Marco Sturm starts the Corrali line. You want to get into the game early. You want to start with some physicality. You want to establish a forecheck. Yeah, but you're not even going to have time to do that because right at puck drop, Schenn and Kastelik square off dead center stage. Right here in Winnipeg, and spirited bout.
Well, you and I both had a chance to see a conversation Schenn was having with Jeannot. That may have played a role in who was going to go after Schenn. Here's Morrissey. He's finished in the top 10 in scoring among defensemen in each of the last 3 years. He's a threat up top. Morrissey walks, shoots. Korpisalo to save the rebound. Korpisalo look behind him. They score. Morgan Barron was able to get the loose change. Jets won, Bruins nothing.
Yeah, this is a 1-2-2 situation in the neutral zone, and the dump in. I didn't think it had a lot on it. I thought Korpisalo could have come out and maybe stopped that puck, help out his D. Now the Bruins got a little lost in their man-on-man coverage because somebody gets beat along the wall, and that's going to allow a drive from the left point. Bruins have enough body to box out, but they can't locate the puck. They can't manage the puck. They can't corral the puck. And they're able to jam the puck home are the Winnipeg Jets.
So Barron gets it started. Up top, McAvoy, Pasternak. Across. Geekie couldn't handle it. Off the toe of his stick. Pasternak shoots. He scores! David Pasternak, a snapper from the right circle. That's 4:03. He's 5th all time in Bruins history, all by himself. A power play goal. Bruins won, Jets won.
Just about everything you look for in a power play as far as possession in the offensive zone was on display right here. There was a time where they needed to use the bumper, and that was Zacha. They tried a couple of low plays down to Lindholm to make that play across the top of the crease. That was unavailable on a good defensive play. Pionk with 2 blocks, but then the Bruins work it out high, top of the umbrella again. And when you put that puck in the stick and the possession of David Pasternak, when he curls back, and now he's on the attack when he gets the pass, gives himself options. He gets it off that right hip. You know, is that seam pass. He tried it earlier, looking for Geekie. That was just deflected before it got to Geekie. This time it's the drag snap. You got a presence in front with Lindholm. All good things with the man advantage.
Across, Schenn fires. Peak grabs it. And then he got tackled by Barron. And the Bruins are going right back to the power play.
Well, it's a nice job by Peak because he gets to the loose puck and he positions himself to protect the puck, and he draws the holding call.
DeMello, or pardon me, Iafallo when it's cleared. Grabbed by Mittelstadt. It's a Bruins Ford Bronco horsepower play. Mittelstadt accelerates and now drops for Arvidsson. He enters with possession to Hustadina. Back up top, Lindholm shoots and covering the save. Rebound, Mittelstadt, he scores! Casey Mittelstadt had a ton of time and he rips it in. A power play goal. Bruins 2, Jets 1.
Oh, you gotta love it when the second power play comes out and it's just as effective as the first. You know, there wasn't a ton of time left on the power play, probably under 20 seconds, but it's a good entry right there. Keep the puck deep enough so that you can throw it back to the point. Don't try to make that back pass, 10, 12 feet inside the blue line. Take it deeper. And then you got to like it when Lindholm gets the puck. He attacks the middle of the ice. He has a purposeful shot in the direction, looking for a redirect, and then it's puck retrieval. What a heads-up pass by Mason Lowry.
Opening face-off, chasing down low. And the Jets escape and give away the puck. McAvoy, Kastelik. Chopped into the slot, Corrali. Backhand, he scores! Sean Corrali! He's hearing it from the Bruins fans here in Winnipeg. And the Bruins have turned this game around. 3 unanswered. Bruins 3, Jets 1.
That's the effort on the back check and then the body contact to turn the puck over in the neutral zone. Allows McAvoy to gap up. He finds Kastelik. Support by Jeannot. The Bruins got a good bounce on the chop in, but Corrali's there for support. He was on one side of the ice making contact to create the turnover in the neutral zone, and then he gets across the other side of the ice like a great centerman will do, cover all that ground, the width of the ice. He ends up with that good bounce, and how about that finish? Love that pass by Lowry on the power play. I love this play here by Corrali. Takes it to the back end and doesn't panic. Held on to it, and then roofed it.
Bruins hammered up the wall and out to center ice. 6.5 minutes remaining here in the first. Bruins 3 and the Jets 1. Iafallo cuts down low out in front. He scores! Right under the bar. Bruins 3, Jets 2.
That's a pretty nice finish by Iafallo. He was in on the forward check when Mason Lowry went up the wall just to get the puck out of the defensive zone. The two of them were coming out to the neutral zone, and it's Lowry's got. And Iafallo comes back. He gets open for the pass in the neutral zone. Now it's just a one-on-one down the wall. Not much in terms of making a deke. He just powers his way right through the Bruins defenseman. Peak got to stay in center field to try to defend a 2-on-1. Iafallo takes the puck to the net, short side roof.
Morrissey, Nemesnikov, guided to Niederreiter, a 7-time 20-goal scorer. They battle for the puck in the corner, and it's drilled off the bench boards and out to center ice. The Jets have to come back, tag up. Taves trying to delay. Long shot, Korpisalo the save, and that's going to do it for the opening 20 minutes here in the Peg. League at times this year, the Bruins have made it a lot harder on themselves by taking penalties. They lead the league in minors, and they're short-handed here to begin the second for another 30 seconds. Up top, here's Pionk. Had to send into the slot. Corrali with it. To McAvoy, moves up. Shoots. Cover the save. And he traps that in his gear.
Heads-up penalty killing again. They got good stick position to disrupt the pass attempt in the offensive zone by the Jets. And then Corrali's just going to shovel this puck in the direction of McAvoy, who's going to jump up into the play. McAvoy, you're looking for rust, and okay, there's some rust, maybe a little bit in a couple of sequences in that first period, but overall, very impactful in a positive way.
Brought in by Barons, drops for Nyquist. His shot angled to the far side by Korpisalo. The rebound, batted out in front. Korpisalo able to trap that offering from Jonathan Taves.
Well, we talked about cleaning up the defensive zone coverage, and this is another example of it here. Boston just kind of gives up the defensive blue line a little too easily. I didn't think that Winnipeg had numbers in that situation. And a shot, save, rebound, shot, save, rebound, shot, save. Bruins got to get to some of those loose pucks a little quicker. Be a little bit more stingy at the defensive blue line.
Long stretch pass to Pasternak. Backhand, Comrie stick save. Pasternak shoots. Comrie again. Lindholm, he scores! Hampus Lindholm from up top at the center point rips in his second goal this season. Bruins 4, Jets 2.
You got to have a bunch of different set breakouts on a control breakout. This time the Bruins used a long pass almost from behind their own net. Geekie stretches the neutral zone. He's able to handle a difficult pass, but an inaccurate one. and he's able to just chip that puck to David Pastrnak, and Pastrnak creates his own little chance for himself, taking the puck to the net, a backhand, gets his own rebound, second, third effort, and then as you move up the play, and it's Hampus Lindholm, you shorten the offensive zone, you tee one up, blocker side.
Right after the trade deadline. Schenn fires. Korpisalo the save. We got a penalty. And it's going to the Bruins for interference.
Yeah, it was Peak and Taves that got locked up right at the top of the paint. Peak doesn't like the call. He just thought Taves kind of went down once the puck vacated the area. Referee was looking right at it.
Boston penalty number 26. 2 minutes for interference.
Little exchange in the neutral zone right now between Stanley and Jeannot. There's the one-on-one battle.
Scheifele wins the draw to Morrissey. Connor. Perfetti. Korpisalo the save, they score! And then Scheifele with something to say out in front as the Jets celebrate. And it's 4-3 Bruins now.
Well, the low play's effective. Leads to a power play goal. Face-off win by Scheifele. They get into their set. Low play available. Take the puck to the net. They're able to do that. And when you find loose pucks on the blade of your stick in that area, you have such an advantage. You can see Korpisalo trying to track it, can't get over there with that right part of the body. Makes a good save on the initial drive to the net, but then Velarde gets his stick in a good position to tuck it in. Kind of a gift power play, but they take advantage of it.
A bank shot by Jeannot. Puck available out in front. 30 seconds left in the period. Now Geekie. Peak to Corrali. He'll go wide. Zadorov, did he keep it in? The linesman says yes. Only one way we're going to find out for sure. Peak. Geekie. And it squirts all the way down. Zacha back to get it with 5. Watched by Nyquist. And the Bruins are content to waste out the remaining time on the half wall. So each team with a goal in that second period, and the Bruins will head into the second intermission up 4-3.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it was 4-2 going into the intermission, but you got the lead on the road after 2 periods. The Bruins have done a nice job of closing out games. You can really set yourself up for a great road trip with a strong third period tonight.
Just over 5 minutes into the period. 4-3 Bruins. Scheifele cuts to the middle. Shoots. Korpisalo the save. From close range, another big one. And over the glass it goes.
An elusive move by Mark Scheifele. Connor gains the blue line, drops the puck to the centerman. And he's going to just step inside the sweep check of Morgan Geekie, and he gets into a scoring area and a quick release. Go back to the opportunity. Pustadinov, he wins a lot of puck battles, I'll tell you. For a guy his size, his tenacity is good, strong. He wins that puck, has a 2-on-1. I think he thought about going across to Fraser Minton, but the play didn't develop. Let that Choco try to sneak it short side over the left shoulder.
Throws it to Middlestat. Driven around Peak, got a piece of it, held in by Zacha. Steves up top. Lohrei covering the save, and it's banged all the way down. Icing here on the Jets.
Probably the best way to protect a 1-goal lead is spend a lot of time in the offensive zone. Bruins do just that. Middlestat didn't really have a lane to the net. He was looking to find somebody who really created a play out of what looked like nothing. Zacha had the chance. Steve's got a follow-up chance. Bruins keep the puck in. The Jets can't get the puck into the neutral zone. The puck pursuit, hemming Winnipeg in their own zone. And then finally the Jets are forced to ice it.
Shots 3 apiece here in the third. Long cross ice pass looking for Geekie. No icing. Geekie hustled to deny it. Now Lindholm, Geekie, Zadorov traps it. Fan on a shot, rims it. Pastrnak centered. They score! What a dish that was from David Pastrnak. He finds Elias Lindholm, who rips it home. Bruins 5, Jets 3.
The offensive instincts of David Pastrnak are just awesome. When he sees that puck go to the left point, well, we'll take it back to the breakout. Looking for the long pass, doesn't connect, but you win the foot race. That's important, number one. Then you play that low-high game, and the minute Pasternak's off that weak side post and he sees that Zadorov's going to fan on it, now he knows the only play, the smart play, is the rim, so he slips behind the net and he takes this puck on his forehand, and he's not even looking at Elias Lindholm, but he can pick him up in his periphery, and he delivers a tape-to-tape one-timer pass.
Velarde with it, and the Jets still alive. 2:20 left in regulation. Scheifele. Held scoreless tonight. Pastrnak to Geekie. Shoots! Wide! Trying to get the Manitoba kid a goal.
Yeah, Pastrnak tried to feed him in the offensive zone after the steal, and then he finds him in mid-ice.
Here's Pastrnak. Walks in. Shoots. He scores! Hasta la vista, baby! David Pastrnak, his second goal of the night, and his 4th point of the evening. Bruins 6, Jets 3.
Well, you got to love the Bruins trying to feed Morgan Geekie with his parents in the building, and had an opportunity. The puck was a little out in front of him, and snapped it towards the open net, a little high over the crossbar, and then Bruins make a nice play again defensively to win possession of the puck. Pastrnak gets open, takes the pass. Hit the post with the open net the other night in St. Louis. That one was dead center.
Bruins are going to be back to 500 on the road, 8-8. And improved to 2-0 on this 3-game trip, which will end on Sunday against the Wild. Kepke a drive. Stop made by Korpisalo. Here's Corrali. He's got a goal tonight. Just beyond Jeannot's stick. 10 seconds left. Niederreiter threw it behind the net. The Jets have it. And the horn sounds. The Bruins win. Hampus Lindholm, your game winner. That came in the second period, and the Bruins pulled away in the third. They have now won 4 consecutive games.
Another team effort. They figured out a winning formula to come on this road trip, deal what they have to deal with, to go down a couple players during the course of this game, to get the goaltending again that they needed at the right times. It's just an impressive effort by Boston.